Walk into any Best Buy this spring and the first thing you will see is a wall of brand new Samsung televisions. Fresh out of the box, bright demo reels playing on loop, price tags that have not been marked down yet, and a salesperson who is going to tell you that this is the best time of year to upgrade. It is not. In fact, right now, at this exact moment, is one of the worst times in recent memory to buy a brand new Samsung television. And the people who know this best are the same reviewers and experts Samsung counts on to validate their products every year. The experts are not buying the 2026 Samsung. I have put together a full comparison guide with links to every TV I mentioned today that is in the description below so you can follow along and refer back while you shop. Before we go any further, drop a comment right now and tell me, when you walk into Best Buy, do you reach for the newest model or the one on clearance? I read every comment, and your answer tells me exactly which kind of buyer you are. Subscribe to this channel if you want to avoid spending hundreds of dollars more than you have to. Because that is exactly what is happening to people who walk into Best Buy this spring and buy the first Samsung they see. Now let me tell you what Samsung actually changed for 2026, because there is a lot of marketing language around these televisions and it is worth cutting through it. The flagship 2026 Samsung is called the S95H. It replaces last year's S95F. Samsung says the S95H is up to 35% brighter than last year's model. Reviewers measured the S95F at around 2,200 nits of peak HDR brightness, so if that 35% figure holds up in independent testing, the S95H could hit close to 3,000 nits. That is genuinely impressive. Brightness matters for vivid highlights in movies and for watching in rooms with windows and overhead lights. Samsung also added a new metal frame around the screen, a bold design choice that is dividing reviewers. And they removed the One Connect box, which was a separate external unit that housed all your cable ports and connected to the TV with a single clean wire. That external box was one of Samsung's most beloved features, because it meant you could hide messy cables in a cabinet rather than running them up the wall. For 2026, Samsung put the ports back on the rear of the television and will sell you an optional wireless version of the One Connect box as a separate add-on purchase. So let me pause here for a moment. Samsung's headline upgrade is higher brightness. Their headline design change added a metal frame that is dividing reviewers and removed a beloved cable management feature that people will now have to pay extra to get back. Here is the problem. None of this changes the three issues that have made TV experts skeptical of Samsung for years. And in 2026, all three issues are still sitting right there in the fine print. The first one you already know if you have been following this channel. Samsung still does not support Dolby Vision. Not Dolby Vision 1, not Dolby Vision 2, the newest version that competing brands including TCL and Philips are already confirming for 2026. Samsung has explicitly stated they have no plans to support it. Instead, they continue to push their own competing format called HDR10+. As we covered in our last video, this specifically hurts Apple TV Plus owners whose content streams in Dolby Vision and falls back to standard HDR10 on any Samsung television. That has not changed for 2026. It will not change for 2026. The second issue is what experts call the panel lottery, and it has been a real problem with Samsung mid-range TVs for 2 years running. Here's what this means. Inside the Samsung S90H, their mid-range 2026 old at what will likely be the most popular price point, Samsung uses two completely different types of panels depending on which size you buy. The 55, 65, and 77-inch versions use Samsung's own QD OLED panels, which are brighter and have richer color. The 42, 48, and 83-inch versions use WOLED panels sourced from LG Display, a completely different technology with different performance characteristics. Same model name. Completely different screen inside. Flat Panels HD, one of the most respected display technology publications in the world, explicitly warned buyers to remain vigilant when buying specifically because of this issue. You can walk into Best Buy, buy a Samsung S90H in 65 inches, and get a fundamentally different television than the person standing next to you who bought the same model name in 48 inches. The third issue is pricing. Samsung has not announced official US retail prices for the 2026 lineup yet at the time this script was written, but every analyst following this market expects the new models to land at prices equal to or higher than their predecessors because of the tariff environment and component cost increases we covered in a recent video. When the S95H hits shelves this spring, it is unlikely to be cheaper than the $3,399 the S95F launched at last year. Now here's where this gets important for you specifically. Because while all of this is happening with the 2026 lineup, something else is happening at the exact same time. The 2025 Samsung and LG televisions, the ones that earned perfect 5-star ratings from every major publication on Earth 12 months ago, are being cleared out at the lowest prices they have ever been. And these are not slightly discounted televisions. These are historically low prices on genuinely exceptional hardware. The Samsung S95F, the 2025 flagship that the S95H is replacing, is currently available on Amazon for around $1,899. It launched at $3,399. That is a $1,500 discount on a television that TechRadar, Tom's Guide, and Ratings all ranked among the best OLED TVs ever made. Everything reviewers loved about it, the extraordinary brightness at 2,198 nits, the glare-free matte screen, the 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, none of that changed when Samsung announced a new model. The S95F did not suddenly become a worse television. Samsung just needs you to buy something new so they can make room for the S95H. The LG C5 OLED, which is the #1 recommended television by the majority of expert reviewers in 2026, is available on Amazon for around $1,399. It launched at $2,699. The model number you want is OLED 65 C5 PUA. This is a television with full Dolby Vision support for every major streaming service, perfect black levels, a 144Hz refresh rate, and Dolby Atmos sound built in. It earned perfect 5-star ratings from TechRadar and Tom's Guide. It supports every HDR format that matters on Netflix, Disney+, and Apple TV+. And it does all of that for $500 less than the clearance-priced S95F. The experts are buying last year's televisions. Because last year's televisions are extraordinary. And this year's new models have not fixed the problems that matter most. Let me tell you exactly what to watch for when you go shopping. Because a salesperson is going to point you toward the brand new S95H. When they show you the brightness numbers, ask one question. Does this TV support Dolby Vision? They will either say yes, which is incorrect, or they will explain that Samsung uses HDR10 Plus instead. Then ask, does Apple TV Plus stream in HDR10 Plus or Dolby Vision? The honest answer is Dolby Vision. If you subscribe to Apple TV Plus, the LG C5 at $1,399 delivers what the filmmakers intended on that service. The Samsung S95H does not. When they show you the S90H mid-range model, ask which panel type is inside the specific size you are looking at. The 65-inch gets Samsung's QD OLED. The 48-inch and 83-inch get WOLED, a different display technology with different performance, at the same model name and same price. Same box, different screen. These are not trick questions. They are the questions a trusted friend with 30 years of experience would ask before you spent $2,000 in that store. Here is my verdict. Do not buy a 2026 Samsung television this spring. Not because they are bad televisions, they are not. But because the 2025 Samsung S95F at $1,899 is a better value than whatever the S95H is going to launch at, the 3 core issues with Samsung's lineup are unresolved. and the LG C5 OLED at $1,399 is the most recommended television in America right now, for the exact reasons that matter most to a streaming household. If you want Samsung's glare-free screen because you watch in a bright room, buy the S95F now at $1,899, not the S95H at launch pricing this spring. If you want the best all-around streaming television for the money, buy the LG C5 at $1,399 and spend the difference on a soundbar. Both are linked in the description. Both are available on Amazon. Both are all-time low prices that exist because of this clearance window, and that window is closing. Now go back to the comment section and tell me newest model or clearance buy. Because after what you just heard, I am curious if your answer changed. And if your answer is still the newest model, tell me why. Because that is a conversation worth having. Subscribe because next week I am putting a $799 television next to a $2,000 OLED and letting the picture decide, and the result surprised everyone in the room. And today, right now, do one thing. Check the current price of the Samsung S95F on Amazon using the link in the description. See what a $3,399 television costs when the next model just arrived. That number tells you everything about how this industry works. I will see you next week.